Take it back then to that story, the KwaZulu-Natal Public Works and Infrastructure Department uncovering some fraud there to the value of 80 million rand. Dr. Vish Govender back with us. Dr. Govender, good to have you and thank you very much for your time. The initial report that only came to your attention around the 17th of October, when was that report put together?
Greetings to your viewers as well. So we've received the initial report from a whistleblower, and it took us about 9 days to compile the preliminary investigations, which we have completed, and hence you would note we've placed 2 senior employees within the department under precautionary suspension.
Yeah. So you're saying that report had existed before but was being put under the carpet, so to speak?
No, what I'm saying is that upon receipt of the whistleblower's complaint, we then investigated same, and that's how we discovered that this particular contract went out and payments were allegedly made without work done on site. So prior to that, the former management within the department was not aware. We have taken the reins for the last 6 weeks, and hence we've discovered same after the whistleblower's report.
Yeah. How old is this contract? How long has it been in existence?
This contract is quite old. It's been around for a couple of years. The issue at hand is that the asbestos project, as you're aware, was initially launched in order to eradicate same due to the safety issues with asbestos. And hence the former minister, the provincial minister, did also launch this project, and hence this project is not a new project. So the current minister, under his stewardship, Honorable Martin Meyer, has made it clear that under his stewardship, together with mine, there will be zero tolerance for any corruption or any activities that one may purport within the department that may be either be alleged criminal activities or fraud, maladministration, or malfeasance.
Yeah, so what's the relationship between the company and the officials that are in the department?
Thank you for that question. At the moment, we've referred the matter to the South African Police Services, and they are in a better position to respond to that. But in terms of the investigation, I can tell you it's at its advanced stage, and hence that will come to fruition once all matters are dealt with by the relevant law enforcement agencies.
Yeah, so there are 2 possibilities here. I mean, the officials can come out and say, no, this is a witch hunt, or they can come out and say, no, the MEC is purging those who are not necessarily in support to him. So what gave you that confidence to say, let's put them on suspension?
Thank you for that. One thing, let me set the record straight. And tomorrow we're meeting with leaders of organized labor, which we've called as well as the management of the department, together with the executive authority being the minister. It's quite clear, and I'm sure the viewers out there will agree with myself as well. In any public sphere, you have rules, you have regulations, and in any public sphere, you need to have an understanding of same and a code of conduct. So purely here, I can safely say that the minister, the provincial minister, has in no way interfered with the process thus far. He has received the complaint through his office. He's dispatched that complaint to myself almost immediately, and thereafter it's a total administrative matter where he has no control over the process. However, he is able to oversee the process but not control it. So I can safely say to yourself and the viewers that under no circumstances is there any witch hunt within the department. And we've made it clear that those who find themselves on the other side of the law will be dealt with and will be treated as innocent until proven guilty. So hence, we're complying with the Audi Alteram Partem rule. We're giving them a chance to respond accordingly as well. And I'm sure that the competent chairperson that we will appoint will obviously weigh what their submissions are against the findings of the employer. So at the moment, the entire matter is purely based on facts, and nowhere will it be any witch hunt or any purging of any stuff. In fact, let me categorically state that we welcome any person who can provide any evidence whatsoever that it's with regards to purging and personally, myself as the accounting officer, I will adequately dispense with that. Thank you.
But in the 7 days after you received the whistleblower information, were you able to establish from your point of view, 1, rate of completion, 2, value for money, and 3, the work done in relation to the invoices that were issued?
Yes, indeed. We did establish that. The preliminary findings did indicate that there's serious irregularities. I won't actually delve into the irregularities as per se, but when it comes to value for money, let me highlight that definitely when one looks at what was billed versus what's on the ground, there's starking contrast in terms of what was billed and what was actually delivered. So hence the decision by myself as the accounting officer to take the decision of precautionary suspension and afford the employees a chance to respond as to why they should not be suspended, and also afford the investigators a greater opportunity to conclude the investigation. So we're able to this week open up charges if such is confirmed by the quantity surveyors and the professionals that we've appointed.
So 2 officials placed on precautionary suspension. What happens to the contracts with the companies themselves? Are they still operational? Are they still active, those contracts?
Thank you for that. The contracts are obviously active. However, I have placed the contracts on hold pending the outcome of the full investigation for now, based on the fact that we want to reconcile what was paid as versus what was delivered. But what we've also said, that whilst we're doing that in the next couple of days, we need to ensure that should we determine that there's any criminal activity or irregularities, the contractual obligations then will be followed, and we will officially then inform the contractor either we're going to proceed or terminate. At this current moment, I would like to place on record that the contract is still active.
So what measures then have you put in place now? 1, to make sure that you strengthen your systems, more accountability in fighting corruption, but also I see you're also implementing a program to make it safer and easier for whistleblowers to come forward with information.
Thank you. And I think one must agree that the value that whistleblowers bring about within any public sector or private sector it's second to none. Firstly, what we've done is under the stewardship of the Honorable Mayor, we've revamped the entire whistleblowers hotline, and I would like to give out that numbers to the viewers. It's 082-804-3293. We've also established a dedicated email address, which is 24 hours, one can access same, and one will receive a response under reportfraud@kznworks.gov.za, all small letters. We've also ensured that we've teamed up with the Special Investigation Unit, the Office of the Premier, to launch programs. We've launched 10 so far, and we're going to, within the 17th and 18th of January, launch the anti-fraud and corruption campaign together with the minister, so that we can encourage people to come on board and report any allegations of maladministration or alleged corruption. What we've done in the interim is that we've appointed a new regional director to the region. We've also appointed a full team of professionals to verify all invoices that have been received with regards to work on site and compare same and ensure that there's checks and balances. We've also made sure that it's through our rapid response team that all of these projects are reported to on a weekly basis and on a monthly basis to the executive authority, so we can track expenditure. We've also now taken a decision to move our WIMS section, which basically deals with these type of payments, underneath the office of the Chief Financial Officer, so that there can be an authority that oversees the entire payment process for infrastructure-related projects.
Dr. Govender, we appreciate your time. Let's leave it there for tonight. That's Dr. Vish Govender, HOD for the KZN Public Works and Infrastructure. All right, let's take a break. In Focus comes back shortly with a wrap of your news.